Traders in the building, what is good? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, I'm so glad that you've discovered me. And if you're a return subscriber, thank you so much for the continued love and support. We are back again with another weekly analysis, and today I'll be analyzing the dollar index, gold, us30 and us100. In front of us we have the dollar index, and as you can tell, I am bullish on this particular instrument. I'm bullish because the market keeps making higher lows, as you can see over here, and it keeps making higher highs. That's very obvious. Another reason is the market currently is above a level of sensitivity, is above a support. Previously this was a resistance. As you can see, price broke above, came back, couldn't break below, and at the moment the market is pushing up. Those are my reasons why I'm bullish on this market. So how can you take advantage of this move? Going to the upside, you need to go to a smaller time frame, preferably the daily time frame, and over there you look for structure. So as you can see, last week my anticipation was that the market was just going to trade above the structure and just buy from there. So now my areas of interest for the week that is coming on this particular instrument, or rather my perspective, my bias on this instrument is that the market should buy from this support. I'm looking at that as an area that the market has respected. As you can see, we did get a wick below, however we couldn't close below that structure. So for next week, this is the area that I'm looking at. This was a low, obviously. The market created and it bought from there, and when the market was below the structure it sold, and again it sold. So now we are above that structure, so I do expect the market to go higher, or the market could just probably continue dropping below the structure, and then from there continue to the downside, maybe to this support, or come back to retest the trend line before we can see those move to the upside coming in. So what I can advise you to do is trade this market on a smaller time frame. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. Let me show you how I would approach it in order to avoid taking unnecessary losses. So knowing that this is a low and this is a high, I would start to look for buys when the market is here, and when the market gets here I would look for sells. The reason is, if you're looking for sells at this area and the market breaks out, then it's going to prove you wrong on your direction, and it will mean that the market is going higher, and then now you can start to adjust with the market and continue buying it up. Because at this point, if you're just gonna wait and do nothing, chances are you're not gonna get any trades for the week that is coming, because price action is just gonna be as bad as it was this week, I believe, because we still have CPI coming, we still have all of these fundamentals. So yeah, man, that's all I have for this particular instrument for the week that is coming. I don't know if this was helpful, but I hope it was. Moving on to gold. On gold, I am bearish, so let's go to a higher time frame. On a higher time frame, rather, I am long-term bullish. However, on the smaller time frame, I am bearish, and then I will explain why I say that. So on the higher time frame, is obviously the market is going up. It's keep making higher lows, of course, and it keeps making higher highs, as you can tell. Then the reason why I'm bearish on this particular instrument is that the market, ever since it broke out of this structure over here, it didn't give us a retest, and the market doesn't move that way. Usually when the market moves, it creates impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse correction. So as you can tell, this was an impulse, and so at the moment I am anticipating that the market is going to come back down and give us a correction before we can expect an impulse to the upside. So that is why I'm on the higher time frame I'm bullish. However, on the smaller time frame I am bearish. So the way you can trade this market is you need to go to a smaller time frame and you look for areas of structure. So I don't think it's very easy to see on this higher time frame. Let's go to the 4 hours. So on this particular time frame, as you can tell, these are my areas of interest. So I've marked this as an area that I'm interested to sell below, and I've marked this as an area also that I'm interested to sell below. So last week the market opened and it dropped, and my expectation was, because it has dropped and broke this low over here, it's just gonna come and retest and then continue dropping. However, the market then ended up coming back above the structure. I believe that was FOMC that led price higher. I don't know. You can go and confirm on your own. And then from there, then the market just came again back below the structure, and from there I expected a continuation to the downside. However, as you can tell, man, we did have fundamentals which pretty much tempered with our price action. So for the week that is coming, I still believe that this area over here is gonna hold as an area of resistance, and if price breaks eventually this low again, it's gonna become an area for a re-entry. That's all I'm looking for really on this particular instrument, but anything could happen really. So if the market then opens and it starts to change the structure that it has created over here, because I do recognize that there is a minor trend line that has formed. If you drag this all the way, I do recognize this as a minor trend line. So if the market then decides to open and break above this structure over here, then it would mean the market is potentially going higher, because there would be no need for us to continue selling if the market breaks the trend line. Of course, breaks the trend line and breaks this area of structure over here, then maybe looking for buyers would be the most logical thing to do at that point. That's all I'm looking for this particular instrument on the week that is coming. Moving on to us100. On us100, I am bullish. So let's go to the higher time frame, or maybe not, but let's go to the higher time frame so you see why I am bullish on this particular instrument. So I've been saying that, before that, as you can tell, the market, of course, is moving higher, right? The market is moving higher, and recently the market, not so recently, but this year the market then broke out of the highest that this particular instrument had been, and it gave us that breakout higher. And I was anticipating a retest, which we got. As you can tell with this particular candlestick on April we got that retest. So now the market, I do believe, because we have got that retest, the market should continue create new higher highs and new higher lows. So how you can take advantage of this move, you need to go to a smaller time frame, and over there you identify your areas of structure. So as you can tell, the market at the moment is above this area of sensitivity over here. So this was an area, let me go to a 4-hour time frame. If you move to the 4-hour time frame, you will recognize that this area over here is an area of sensitivity. This was a touch over here, a touch. So anytime the market is above this area over here, it likes to buy, right? Anytime it's above and anytime it's below, it likes to go short. So now at the moment we are above that area, so I do expect that the market is just going to continue going higher, as I do expect that. So last week the market opened, and as you can tell, it opened somewhere around here and then it dropped. So this move I didn't anticipate. These were fundamentals. However, as the market came back above, then you saw that it gave a retest and continued higher. So now I still believe, again, it's just going to give a retest and continue higher, as I am bullish on this market, because I do believe that the market is done giving us that correction move that we're expecting. So now we should expect the market to move higher and higher. I don't know if this was helpful. If it was, you can just comment down in the comment section, and if it wasn't, again, you can comment down in the comment section, and then we'll discuss it further on the comment section. That's all I have for this particular instrument. Moving on to us30, and I'm closing with this one. I am bullish on us30 too, and similar to us100, if you go on the higher time frame, you recognize that this market had broken the highest that it had been in the history of us30. So of course this was the highest that this market had been previously, and then the market broke out, and when it broke out, it didn't give us that retest. Only recently on April we got that retest, and so after getting that retest, then of course it meant that the market is just going to continue going higher. So as of now, you can tell that the market is done with that retest, because this candlestick of April did come and tested this area over here, and so now we are seeing the market respecting that structure and continuing to go higher. So the way you can treat this market on a smaller time frame is, again, you go there and you look for areas of interest. Of course, I have already identified my areas of interest, and guys, I should put it this way: not everything I say on this channel is accurate. I'm just sharing my perspective. I could be wrong half the time, could be right half the time. So this is why it's important for you to use your own discretion. Anytime you approach the market, don't just think because I said then the market is. No, I'm just sharing my perspective. I also don't know what the market could do next week. I just try to look at where price is and where price could go next. I don't just I don't know really what the market could. I'm not the market maker at the end of the day. Please be careful of that. So as you can see, this area over here is an area that I have marked as an area of interest, this high and this high. And so this area, when price was above, it bought. Price came break below, then the market started to sell below the structure, and so at the moment we are again above that structure. So I do believe that the market is just going to give a retest next week, which already here we have got with that candlestick over there, but maybe we could get it again, and then from there, if it does give us that retest, this is an area where you want to buy and hopefully break above that structure. And if the market does break above that structure, then it means it's another area for a re-entry and a continuation back to those highs over there, until the market then can break that high over there, and then of course then that would mean the market is long-term bullish. That's all I have for the week that is coming on this particular instrument and all the rest of these instruments. So look out for the other video. It's coming in just few hours. I'll be analyzing Euro USD, GBP USD, and USD JPY. Thank you for watching up to this far. If you are, I love you guys. See you next week, same time, same place, and I am out.